Yeah, and Pink's my goat. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Pink Fresh, but, you know, defeating him, big order. So, here we go. Our game number 1 here. First set of this top 8, Fiji Deliboid. Let's get it.
Yeah, these are 2 zoner characters. One definitely being more well-known in Pac-Man. We've had some strong representation from a lot of people from around the world. But Toon Link is something that I would say like the Toon Link Renaissance has sort of occurred in the last maybe year and a half. We started to realize that this character can cook, and we're seeing it right now already.
I don't know if we should let a child in the kitchen, all right? But maybe this one. Maybe this one. Give him a little
test the hot stove and learns from it the first time. Let's see.
Yeah. Doesn't need his grandma out here. All right. But that first shot coming through in such a big way is such a huge thing in a matchup like this. That can be such slower pace. But these younglings are starting to cook, and they're starting to get these confirms more and more on lock. So we'll see how this kind of pans out as Deliboid really comes to his own.
Ooh, the bomb coming back down to block the bell cover. And it just looks like Deliboid had everything ready to go. He's going to get extra damage from the hydrant launch as well. We see a nice air dodge bomb grab from Fiji to try to mitigate that option and that coverage on the ledge. But look at this. There's a little bit of a haymaker swinging for the fence, trying to get rid of that hydrant, but you're too short.
What I like about that haymaker attempt, though, is it shows confidence. Yeah. And that's the thing that matters a lot in these matchups. A lot of people see this matchup like, oh, zoners, we're going to go to a time, or it's going to last a long time. You know, if one player is willing to commit it all and make those hard reads, as Fiji did right there, then we can see a hype match.
And now we're starting to see a diversity of the fruits being used from Fiji. We're knowing our angles. We're using the slow-moving melon to try to beat out a high recovery from Deliboid. We're finding that apple on the platform, but still, all of these recovery attempts are going to be stuffed out. Deliboid has a great edge guard game going right now, and we're starting off with full rage. Toon Link still staying alive and getting a lot of damage on extra credit. This could be a potential 3-stock in the making.
Yeah, that's an angry child right there. I mean, Toon Link does have some movement skill heavily with rage, just like this one.
Yeah,
but we're fighting up the kill, but still big damage.
Right, I still worry because the low Earth ceilings on PS2 could lend themselves to being a very detrimental option. Right now, we're just trying to cover everything fair into fair, just whiff, and then keep yourself from having to get punished there. Deliboid was just kind of frozen in shield, didn't really know what to do there. Fiji capitalizes.
Yeah, that's what Fiji does best at times. But big setup right there, the bomb into the forward tilt. And now just another hard recovery, and Fiji, a magician with it.
It's like kicking the arrows to take that out of the option and knowing you can just do whatever you want. The taunt as well. I feel like Fiji trying to bait Deliboid into an unsafe approach. But look at that. That's going to be a grounded up B that will take the game. It felt like one of those whiff punish grabs that Fiji is going to be looking for, the easy back throw. You cannot rely on the simple stuff. You need to actually do some more work as Pac-Man in order to take the stock.
Yeah, a little bit of conditioning first. I don't blame, it's kind of what I was saying before, I don't blame Fiji for going for it, because you got to show that confidence, show that you will do it in order to subvert it early on. But, I mean, you know, it is a Pac-Man grab. Like, everyone who practices this matchup dreams about that situation. It's like, if Pac-Man whips a grab, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Like, if you're a true labber, you know what you gotta do.
Sure. Longest lasting grab in the game, super whip punishable, and it's one of the few things that Pac-Man just gets hard punishable. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of things he could do card punch and get away with, but that's definitely not one of them. Right now, we're looking for a boomerang conversion, but Deliboid kind of falls short a little bit again, and now we're looking for these juggles, but guess what? The hydrant coming down right on your head is going to make that harder to secure.
Yeah, that hydrant pretty much acts as a big stop sign, which is super detrimental in a lot of matchups. This one, not quite as much, because Youngling can use that time to like breathe, pull out a bomb, kind of throw a boomerang at that 45-degree angle that doesn't cover it. Right. So, you know, a matchup that you have to kind of work at before you really, you know, go deep in the bracket.
Right. Fiji starting to micromanage very, very well the hydrant launch, the coverage, forcing a higher recovery from Deliboid, then falling back in with the bell, with the fruit. It just felt like Fiji doing the right things at the right times, but you still have to land, and without the hydrant available to you, that's a very, very tough find.
Yeah, Pac-Man without a hydrant is just a little, like just a guy in a prayer at the end of the day.
Exactly. Well, you're hoping that you're just gonna like retreat to ledge and get away. Sometimes it's just not so easy.
And I have to highlight that both players are doing well is that they're doing an excellent job getting off the ledge. The ledge dropping, especially Pac-Man, can be huge And for Deliboid to get out of that pretty consistently is no small order.
That's great. We've had a few good Pac-Man in the region that I feel like Deliboid has had a chance to fight against. Maybe knows a little bit about the normal Pac-Man setups. I mean, I think these two have played plenty of times, enough so that Deliboid is ready for some of these setups. And that's kind of the danger of Pac-Man, is that you sometimes become a little bit samey. You still have these like setups that everybody kind of knows about now, and you can't really mix it up unless you really go for something crazy.
Yeah, gotta go deep into the bag of tricks. Right. Meanwhile, Deliboid kind of going with the tried and true, that nair, little drop zone right there, covering that zone, making it so that Fiji has a hard time recovering.
Good knowledge that the key's coming out, shielding that out. Love the discipline here from Deliboid. Still looking for these juggles. They've been really good about catching some of these longer conversions. So we're seeing multiple hits now being strung together. Deliboid getting a lot of damage on the board, but this is still even.
Absolutely. It's anyone's game until that bomb going in so much that you land that platform might save you from a ton of damage in a bad position.
Loving the Zair from Deliboid, doing a great job as like the air-to-air, covering Fiji's options. It can challenge that fair, but it doesn't matter. When the bell comes out, you're going to be able to find that conversion, and the up smash is your fate. It's going to be an easy stock for Fiji.
Yeah, pretty sharp confirm right there, too, because the window is not as big as it seems when they get hit that high. You got to recognize where they're at and where to pull the trigger.
Right, you got to charge a little bit sometimes to secure the kill, and you got to make sure that you know how long you can reliably without missing the opportunity.
Yeah.
Fiji's been able to trial and error over the last 8 months, and we've seen the improvements, as I mentioned. It feels like they're really starting to cook right now with the bomb coverage and the lead-in. It felt like the downer just almost wasn't going to connect, but it comes into the very end.
And the super pellet will almost act as an insurance right there, too. Good presence of mind for Deliboid to be able to air dodge that, but that's still so much damage on the bank, and the bell is ringing for the... I don't need to ask who it's told for in this situation.
Okay, with the back throw, we're going to be able to get Deliboid back off stage, looking to cover that get-up with the orange. I love the option, but still, Deliboid squeaks by again, avoiding the hydrant launch, avoiding all of the options. Can we survive for a little bit longer to try to take this stock?
So he's trying Z-drop. Oh my God, that's so intimidating.
The coverage,
that's
you see
so
the,
scary.
the retraction, you bring it right back up into the range of the melon, and that's over.
Not the honeydew. It's just floating there menacingly.
That's right.
Oh no, the least flavorful fruit.
Give him a taste of Japan.
Actually, Japanese honeydews do hit different.
It does hit. It does hit.
I'm just saying. It does.
All right. Wow, we got a set on our hands already, K-Dog. It feels like that was some great adaptations from Fiji to be able to bring it home. We've got a game for each player right now going into Game 3 winners semis. This is looking tight. The simple arrow. They're just like from coast to coast, like, hey, what you gonna do? Charge fruit. What do you think, man?
Exactly. And read that early on, the silly stuff. I think Pac-Man just kind of raises the looniness of any matchup by like 10.
Oh, he's a goofball. Certified goofball.
Yeah. It's like 1979.
Oh gosh, look at this version from Deliboid. He's all serious business right now. It feels like he is tracking Fiji really well, hunting down these conversions, looking for more. Gonna get caught by the Galaxian, though. That's going to be a threat here, especially when Fiji's at ledge. But wow, speaking of threats, that fair going to take the stock instantly.
That almost looked true. Yeah. That might have been like just frame perfect almost. It looked pretty sharp.
That's true. Deliboid looking really good. It feels like it's exactly where Fiji's going to be going after these hits, and is following up effectively.
Just a little bit too high, but Air Dodge gets that back here. Gets the fruit off the back forward. That almost would have been.
I would have screamed if he had gotten that. That would have been so sick. Yeah, okay, we wait for it. Yeah, the water gets you out of there for free. If Deliboid doesn't commit to anything, Fiji can just escape that situation.
Very smart, covering all your bases.
Okay, orange, just wrong place, wrong time for Deliboid. This could be dangerous. I'm surprised we didn't see an up air on that hydrant to keep it right there at ledge, give that extra long-lasting coverage, but it's okay. We're still going to find a second chance.
Yeah, it seemed like the way that Deliboid was playing, and I think one of the reasons why he's able to get off the ledge so easily is because he's consistently clearing. Like, he's consistently throwing a bomb or throwing a boomerang, putting something out there inside, throw off the calculations with Fiji with the damage threshold of the hydrant.
A couple times now, Fiji has gone for that trampoline into up throw on the melon. I feel like Deliboid is going to start picking that out. I mean, it might be a little bit too, again, samey. Once you get caught by the same thing, usually it's like a one-time only deal.
Yeah, one of those things where even thinking brackets, like, man, I'm never going to try that again. That's not me. I don't know who that was.
Exactly. Someone else.
Yeah. Cycle the apple with the F tilt. A very long-lasting hitbox there. Very perfect for getting people away from the ledge in that situation and even closing out the box.
Ooh, okay, but yeah, you got a little bit too greedy looking for the re-grab on the Galaxian, and Deliboid finds his mark, capitalizes really nicely. Look at all the projectile spam he's throwing out. It's working. It's wearing down Fiji's patience. Missed the Zair, but it doesn't matter. We're right back into it. An air dodge read, a second air dodge, but we get out of it for now. It's just a reset to neutral.
Yeah, and Fiji had to throw out that key just to get some of that space back. The damage was really stacking up, so just a little bit of breathing room, something to recalculate that game plan. And right now, the game plan looks like scrap. Fiji is getting it.
And I'm starting to see a little bit of like Deliboid setting up the really nice stuff, just like a falling back air one into a setup to something. It could be a shield pressure situation. It could be just an outright hit, but we need to see that come to fruition. Deliboid starting to deal with some of these airs. I mean, you can tell it's a really nice move. You want to throw it out 3 times, but Fiji, you're getting caught in that. The up smash going to be able to take the game for Deliboid.
As I said at the start of game 1, being able to commit in situations like these is so important in a slow burn matchup, all right? You got to make sure that you can throw out those smash stacks, throw out a big haymaker, and just make sure that you're able to close things out before things get too out of control, because both these players and their characters, the more time they have to set up, the more wonky things get.
As a former Pac-Man player, I understand that Nair out of shield is definitely a little addictive, but we definitely have to keep a lid on it sometimes, because Deliboid is picking up on the signs very nicely. We finally get off PS2 and go to small battlefield. This stage pick, I think, is going to be really interesting because Fiji, the one that I would say the more of the zoners of the two, is picking the shorter stage.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to the game plan, like the paradigm shift that we saw in the middle of the previous game. It's like, okay, playing the long range isn't happening. I have really good buttons. Let me see what happens when I get in there. And he was finding those hits, so hey, I don't blame him for betting at all on this at this point.
And I think that he's starting to realize that he needs to rely a little bit more on his normals, because he is getting boxed out by the Master Sword. He is getting kind of dealt with by some of these options. So he's getting around the projectiles well enough in this game before, but I wonder what's next. Is Fiji going to be able to find the confirms? So far, he's having trouble killing.
Yeah, isn't that the tail of the tape for both these characters, though? Like,
true.
Yeah, if you just kind of listen to both the players talk, like, oh yeah, I can't kill here, I can't kill here. All that big love right there from Deliboid.
I love the idea. It was such a good idea. It was bold, and I appreciate the risk. But yeah, Deliboid, if you miss that, it's just going to be curtains for you. Fiji, the great reset in the forward smash with the stock. And that does mean that Fiji gets first blood in this game, but we'll have to see if Deliboid is not far behind. This edge guard's got to pan out eventually, and finally we see a little bit of a DI. Not helping you there, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, Fiji was definitely trying to hold back just to see if he can just barely get out of range for that, but that got caught slipping. Forfeit that stock a little bit earlier, but you know what? Still a tight game.
True. Yeah, we're seeing more pressure on this. The Galaxian not hitting the hydrant, which means that you're not able to get that hydrant launched. More pressure, but the turnaround, where's the grab, Fiji?
Didn't believe. Maybe he tried to like buffer jump Nair or like jump cancel grab, but either way, big flub. Still all right, but the hydrant actually might. Okay, yeah, smart from Deliboid to go full right there, because if that hydrant caught you, you actually could have been sent helpless also.
Yeah, that is true. You always have to be careful about that, because free fall is death sentence in this matchup. All right, waiting out that bell as well, knowing that even though beyond like the smoke clearing, the bell is coming down on your head. Deliboid doing the right things. Gonna look for a bomb throw, a second one. Neither of these are gonna connect, and Deliboid still looking for this edge guard.
Nice. Good out of shield up smash, recognizing that even if they missed, the Hydra was going to save you there. Using opponent's own tools against him. There's such good proficiency in this match.
Yeah, using the hydrant as a platform to reach up into the sky and catch Fiji unawares. That's what you're looking for. I think that's a little bit bold for us right now, Deliboid, but I appreciate the effort.
They just got to go for it. Let them know.
Yeah.
Let them know that they're not just going to get off the ledge for free.
Wait a second. The reset. What are we getting here? More bomb coverage, and we're almost going to be able to get these conversions. Deliboid is cooking in the kitchen, but we're still just a little bit short for some of these conversions. Fiji doing the right thing, but escaping.
Good jump out. Deliboid's going to get tagged with that Hydrant, giving Fiji some time to charge those fruit. The Bell's out there. Oh, but the Hydrant just wasn't quite there in time, so Fiji burning some very precious frames from the ledge there. And just like that, going to be put in the compromised position. This could be it for this Pac-Man's life here.
Oh, but wait, I didn't think that he was going to go for the get-up attack, but he does, and Deliboid drops shield just in time to get caught by it. We're going really bold with that asphalt down air, but cannot catch Deliboid. That was a little bit of a risk, but we stay alive despite it. This is looking like a reversal of the last game. It's a 2-1 lead, high percent.
Yeah, Fiji just having so many difficulties closing. Your Hydrant, my Hydrant, our Hydrant, comrade.
Exactly.
Our Hydrant.